All right, welcome back to Live at 9. It's Wellness Wednesday. And if you're in the process of returning to exercise after winter, there are many things to consider for your own safety. These considerations will also help you gain the success that you deserve. Today we have Dr. Quinn to share guidance on this topic. Good morning, Dr. Quinn.
Good morning.
So why is it important to not start out aggressively before conditioning yourself and getting back into exercising?
That is such a great question. And the answer to that is, number one, you want to start out a little bit slower, not exactly where you were last year when you were exercising aggressively every day when the weather was so beautiful, but start out slower because that will help you avoid injuries. It'll help you maintain consistency. And we're also going to talk about having an accountability partner to maintain the consistency so that you'll have someone that will keep you in check. Like, for instance, a lot of my patients, they'll write down what they do. They'll say, I walk 20 minutes, and they'll, talk about what they ate, and then they'll, on the paper, and they'll share it with their spouse, their children, their cousin, or someone else, and the other person would do the same, and it'll keep them on track. And lastly, the most important thing to do is make sure that you consult with your medical provider that it's safe to resume exercise or any other type of activity, because you want to make sure that you don't want to get injured.
Absolutely. Those are really crucial things to remember as people are kind of getting their body moving and waking it up after being dormant, right, and being inside over the winter. So when exercising, having a routine, you say, is pretty important. So what are some ways people can stay consistent with that routine?
Well, like I said, a good way to stay consistent is to have goals, and you write those goals down as you accomplish them, and you share it with a accountability partner, and that could be your spouse, your children, your cousin, your neighbor, just anyone. Like, for instance, my mom, she has a friend at the gym she goes to, and they report to one another like it's a job, and that keeps them on track. And if one of them doesn't show up, they'll call the other one and say, hey, what happened to you, girl? And then you just say, hey, let me put my clothes on. I'll be right there. But I used to do that in med school. And when you have accountability, you're more likely to be successful if you can maintain the consistency. And that's what you really want.
Yes, no, having that person to really talk to and keep you accountable is super important for all of us, right? Why is it so crucial that we speak to our doctor before we get back into that routine of exercising?
Right. Well, some people develop heart conditions or maybe musculoskeletal problems, and what we want to do is make sure that you talk to your medical provider to make sure you're safe. Because, like, I had to tell a patient the other day, let me consult with your cardiologist. So I called this cardiologist, who's my personal friend, and he said, no, please tell him don't do it. And he said, as a matter of fact, he missed his last appointment, and can he come tomorrow? And I went back in the room with the patient, and I said, he wants you to come back tomorrow because you missed your appointment. And I expressed it. He said that if you go out there and start exercising too intensely, you could have another event, which he had an event. And that's why it's so important you talk to your doctor or your medical provider.
Right, Dr. Quinn, just to kind of be on the same page with your medical provider and your specialist as well. If you have a certain condition that does limit your ability to exercise, is there anything else, though, that you want to leave our viewers with when they're starting to get back into this routine, whether it's getting better, it is feeling beautiful outside, maybe as it even starts to warm up? Is there anything that you want to warn people about or kind of give them something to look out for?
Well, let's just remember, you said warm up. You have to start out slow. You want to avoid heat injuries, and that'll be a great topic next week, heat injuries. And the deal is, because you have to condition your body, get your body back into the routine of it. And also, there are a lot of metabolic processes that occur in your body. And if you just get back out there and try to run as far as you used to run or walk as fast, then you're more prone to have that heat injury, and that could be deadly.